Zilch left, 35 Wichita Macho
Dice
Toe.
right, F5.
Dice right numbers, 3 Jet Spielberg.
Ready?
All right, welcome back to the Pre-Snap Pressure Podcast, episode 33. Sorry I missed last week. This has been really, really difficult, but we got you this week, and we're recording this in advance because guess where we are when this video goes up, Ryan?
Tampa.
We're in Tampa for SEC Media Days. So we'll show some of that at the end and have a really cool episode next week. Anyways, let's get on to things this week. Got a couple more new segments for the episode this week. I didn't ask, Ryan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. It's been a pretty easy week this week, minus
anything to
the
do with
recording.
anything to do with this episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, first thing to start off this episode, we're going to talk about some coaches. We're going to play a game called Hired, Fired, or Retired. Basically, we have 6 coaches here, and we are going to predict whether their tenures at the school ends with them getting hired away to another job, fired by the school, or they're going to retire, and this is the last job they ever take. Did you snicker? Is that, what was that?
What?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I heard a noise. Anyways, start off with
Me?
with the hot topic from this offseason. Lane Kiffin, Ryan, hired, fired, or retired at his new place, LSU.
Yeah. I think this is probably like the biggest program that Coach Kiffin's gonna get to. I don't think, unless there's an opening, elsewhere at like Georgia or Alabama. Right. I don't think that Kiffin's going to go anywhere else. So I think he either retires here or maybe he goes to an NFL job. I think that's the final. I think that's where I'm at.
Knowing Lane Kiffin, I don't think it'll be his last job, whether it's him getting fired or hired somewhere else, as he typically does. I don't know. But with him being 51, he's got a good chunk of his career left, so I don't think he's retiring here, knowing his track record. The NFL could be an option with his success at LSU, or depending on what he accomplishes at LSU. So I'm gonna go with that route, but I think that and him being fired is more likely than a retirement there. So year one at LSU is really going to be indicative of what he's going to make that program, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 2, Dabo Swinney. Ryan, hired, fired, or retired?
Yeah, I think this is another guy. I mean, he's been with Clemson for years. There's no way he would necessarily leave them for another job. I think the only way he doesn't retire in as Clemson's head coach is if they mutually part ways in the next couple of seasons, if they can't get back on the right track.
Yeah, Ryan just took the words right out of my mouth. I feel like this is a retire, or it's going to be one of those things like he said where, both sides mutually agree it's time to move on, when really they're just firing the guy and trying to keep his PR image up because they respect him too much. So Lincoln Riley over at USC. Not the last time we're going to talk about USC today, Ryan. Lincoln Riley, hired, fired, or retired?
I think this definitely won't be his last job. I think he is, especially if he can get a couple of playoffs with USC over the next couple of years. I think he gets hired somewhere else in college. I don't know where that would be, or he'll take a job in the NFL.
I agree. This is a hired for me, or fired. I don't know. Hired. I think we'll get into this later, but I think they'll have a better season this year, and I think it's on the right track. So I think hired. Elsewhere, Mike Norvell.
Yeah, this is he's fired.
This is fired for me.
He's got to be fired at some point.
It will be fired for me. He's been rolling the dice the last 3 years in the transfer portal trying to redo his success from 2023, and it's fallen flat both times. Um, Trying again this year, brand new quarterback, brand new offensive coordinator. Had what Gus Malzahn for 1 year and then he retired. So this is this is gonna be fired for me for Mike Norvell unless he can
Yeah,
recreate his 2023 magic, which I don't think Florida State will.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah. New head coach at Florida, John Summerall, over from Tulane after making the playoffs with the Green Wave, hired, fired, or retired for John Summerall.
Uh, this is a tough one. This is a hired or fired. He's not going to retire.
This is yeah.
I mean, there's
This
just no
this
way.
is a bridge job for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know how long the bridge is. Um, but I don't see him staying at Florida for the rest of his career because he's so young
no,
and this is his first like big head coaching job. Either he does a
yeah,
really good job and is hired away NFL or some other big program sometime soon, or it's Billy Napier all over again. I think it'll be the first option. I think they have a good
yeah. I
coach.
would
I
hope
just
so.
don't think he's gonna be there for a while. Which is fortunate for Florida because they've been struggling to find a stable solution at coaching since Urban Meyer left. Um, Kyle Whittingham, new head coach at Michigan, 20 years at Utah, hired, fired, or retired.
Yeah, this is probably the only one I'm very confident in saying he's going to
Retire.
retire.
Yep.
Whether it's on his own accords or on Michigan's. Uh, I think this is his last job. He was with Utah for 20 years. He's up there in age. It was kind of a shock when he took the job in the first place, but
Yeah, I thought once he and Utah split, I was he was gonna sail
yeah,
off into
that
the
was going to be it.
sunset, and then
Yeah, right?
Sharon Moore does that whole thing at Michigan, and Michigan's like, "Hey, buddy, we got a job. Come coach for us." After a dumpster fire of a regime, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Sure, why not?"
Yeah. Yeah. Kyle Whittingham was supposed to ride off into the sunset and in 5 years get his statue outside
By the way, I
Utah
I
Stadium.
don't think he takes that job if they don't already have a quarterback who has the physical intangibles that he likes in a quarterback. There's
Right?
no way he takes that
No
job if
shot.
they have some scrub at quarterback and not like a super talented quarterback who just needs a lot of refining.
Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah, retired.
Why would he take a job for a team that's not in playoff you know?
It's not even that like the rest of the team could suck, but it's just the fact that he gets like a very raw, talented quarterback to toy around with. Well, to develop.
Yeah. All right.
Um, it was definitely part of the incentive because no way he's like. Imagine if they still had like Alex Warren or somebody at quarterback. Kyle Whittingham's
Yeah.
like, what am I gonna do with that? What am I gonna? I'd probably actually take Devin Dampier with him. That'd probably be the answer there. But
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood was probably a good selling point for him. Anyways, those are 6 coaches for hired, fired, or retired. Moving on to our next segment, new segment for us. Let's go to Ball Street. All right, welcome to Ball Street. This is basically a segment where we are going to buy, hold, or sell stocks on select certain teams. We have 6 for you today, 3 each that we decided to talk about. Ryan, you're up first.
Okay. So my first team is going to be the USC Trojans. As Nick mentioned, it was not the last time we were going to be talking about
Nope.
Lincoln Riley's squad. This was a pretty fun team last year. Got a little frisky towards like the middle part of the season. They you know hit a little win streak. Got three in a row towards the end. Just couldn't. I mean, they had a one last game on the road at Oregon before their final game and finished 9-3. Lost in their bowl game though in overtime. Uh, But overall, a really successful season in their second year in the Big Ten after a really rough first year, finishing towards the bottom of the pack. Uh, Pretty strong returning class for um, the team overall. A lot of guys on the offensive side have been with the program for at least a year. You've got Jaden Mayava back at quarterback. Had 3,700 yards last year, 24 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Really good junior season, setting himself up strong for a really good senior season. Uh, Lost their starting back in King Miller. Or hold on 2 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Our lads is just wrong here. Okay. Uh, King Miller back for his sophomore season. Ran for 970 yards as a freshman, 8 touchdowns. Wayman Jordan still in there as a backup. Ran for almost 600 yards. Biggest loss on the offensive side, Makai Lemon. Only 1,000-yard receiver, 11 touchdowns last year. Had a really good year for USC. Then went off to the NFL.
Rest in
But
peace,
Tanook
Makai Lemon.
Hines,
Went to just a terrible,
what?
terrible NFL team.
Yeah, just an absolute terrible organization. Yeah,
Please
geez. I
tell me,
wonder.
please tell me you pointed to your flag.
I looked at it. Um, but yeah, I mean, they've still got Tanook Hines, who was a top three receiver on their team last year, almost 600 yards as a freshman. Uh, Zacharias Williams didn't have a ton of opportunities last year, but did have a like 60-yard catch. I believe that's against Georgia Southern. So he's got the deep threat ability. Looks like he's going to be playing out of the slot, but he could hit some deep routes. And then they got the number two tight end in the class, Mark Bowman, to really fill out the targets that Jaden Mayava is going to have this year. And then with an all returning, looks like fully upper class line with a redshirt sophomore and Justin Ta'anu, uh, this could be a really strong offense. And then they've got 8 returning guys on the defensive side. I believe it's just 2 underclassmen and Alex Graham at Nickelback and Marcellus Williams at the left corner. And then Alex Van Sumeren at nose tackle.
By the way,
Devin Bryant.
that
Yeah,
Marcellus, he doesn't play like an underclassman. That guy plays like he's
he
been in
doesn't.
he plays like he's been in college for like 7 years.
Yeah, you've got 3 transfers. Alex Van Sumeren at nose tackle. Devin Bryant linebacker. Jontez Williams at right corner. Those are going to be your starting transfers. And then everybody else is returning, mostly upperclassmen. This should be a really strong team this year. I'm buying so much stock on them.
I feel like this is like it for Lincoln Riley. This is your shot, man. Go make the playoffs. This is the team to do it. You have your squad. You've got Ryan said you got brought back your quarterback on offense. You brought back good, handful of running backs. The receivers is a turnover. They lost Lemon and Jacoby Lane as well. Um, but Ryan brought it up. That Mark Bowman kid has got a V8 under the hood. I think by like mid-season, like 50% of the targets should be going to him. So I am also buying
Yeah,
stock on USC.
yeah. Bowman, part of that number one recruiting class, by the way, from
Yep.
USC this season.
Mm-hmm. Chicken Riley's
Hmm.
always been good at recruiting, but
Yeah,
number one class ain't
and
no joke.
yeah, and I will say their schedule. They've got a couple of tough games. They've got Oregon for their second conference game, and then later in the season they don't have them back to back, but on the schedule it's back to back. They've got Ohio State and then Indiana on Halloween, and then on November 14th. So
If they could just win one of those games, man,
If they get, yeah, if
just
they can take one
one.
of those games, keep themselves to at most a two-loss team, they'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, my first team I'm bringing in is also in the Big Ten, but also out west. It's Oregon. This is now back-to-back years. They've looked promising in the regular season, have met a Big Ten foe in the playoffs, and have just completely fallen apart at the seams. Ohio State in the Rose Bowl in 2024, Indiana in the Peach Bowl this past year, where they just looked out of their depth. But this, I think, is Dan Lanning's most talented team that he's ever had up there in Eugene. Bring back Dante Moore's projected number 2 pick. Buying Fernando Mendoza in some mocks before he decided to return to Oregon. The running back room is still pretty deep. They had like 4 guys they rotated through last year. It's going to be something similar this year, man. The receivers, I think, are as good as they've ever been under Dan Lanning. Bring back DeCorian Moore, who had a stellar freshman year. Jeremiah McClellan's back again for year number 3. They brought in Iverson Hooks from UAB, who I think is a veteran presence. And Evan Stewart is back from his knee injury. Was like I felt like every week we were like, okay, maybe this is the week. Evan Stewart's back. All right, guys, coming back this week. This guy's gonna get in the game this week because he had been hurt all year. He got hurt in spring and he was ramping up trying to get back. Finally, he's back. He's healthy. Don't know if he's going to be the same type of player, but we know what type of player he can be. And to go with the rest of this receiving room, if they get 70% of what he was before the knee injury, that'll be just fine. Ryan, where did Evan Stewart come from?
Frisco, Texas,
There you go. And then
Liberty Red Hawks, baby.
going over to the defensive side of things, the big loss for them was Dylan Thieneman in the first round. They replaced him with Corey Parrish, the transfer from Minnesota, was probably one of the best safeties in the portal. So great use of the portal there to plug a hole in that defense. Brandon Finney at year 2, that guy was playing lights out in the latter half of the season as a true freshman. And the rest of this defense is literally every single linebacker and defensive lineman they have starting is a senior. So it's full of experience. It's full of talent. I think this is the year for Oregon to make a push for a national championship. I'm buying on Oregon.
Yeah, another team that's returning a bunch of talent and bringing in a lot of good talent. I'll buy some stock on this team.
Ryan, next team you have brought for us today.
Yeah, next team I've got are the Clemson Tigers, led by head coach Dabo Sweeney, another coach that we've talked about today.
Yep.
Um, this was a team that had a very disappointing season last year. Came in as the preseason number 3. Had that opening game against LSU that looked super ugly, and then jokingly, we all just thought it was going to be an ugly game that didn't tell us about the rest of the season. No, we should have looked
we
at that
should have
game.
we should have known.
We should have known because they finished 7-5, lost their bowl game against Penn State to go 7-6. Klubnik had a really just I don't know what the word is.
Bad? How about bad?
Underwhelming year.
How about bad?
Underwhelming year.
How about bad? Bad
I
sounds
wouldn't I
good.
wouldn't argue I wouldn't argue bad.
For
I
what
wouldn't
was
argue he
expected,
almost
I would say bad.
of what was expected, underwhelming. That's the word I was looking for.
We can use it.
Finished with
It's fine.
2,900 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. There wasn't, nothing special jumping off the page. 83 carries, 94 yards. Also not very good, but I guess that also includes sacks. Anyways, uh, so Klubnik's gone. They've got Christopher Vizina in there this year. I think that's going to be more of a bridge quarterback for Tate Reynolds, who they're bringing in as a freshman, 4-star this year. Pretty good. Um, you know, Gideon Davidson back with the team for another year. Had 60 carries, 260 yards last year as the team's backup to Adam Randall. Went for 810 touchdowns. So hopefully Davidson could have a big year. 4.3 yards a carry as an average is pretty nice. And then keeping pretty much the same receiving core. Bryant Westcott Jr., TJ Moore. They lose Antonio Williams, but bring in Naeem the Dream Burrows, another 4-star recruit. He was actually their highest rated recruit. Is in the top 100, top 15 position. And then looking on the defensive side, you've got pr- this is pretty much where all the transfers went to. All the transfer portal guys came in on the defensive side.
What? Clemson took transfers? You're lying to me.
It's not much. It's not much.
It's something. It's better than it was before.
Right? It's more than zero.
Uh-huh.
Um, but they bring back Sammy Brown, who led the team in tackles, and I believe they're Ricardo Jones, who led the team in picks, is gone now. They've got almost a completely new secondary. Left corner Elliott Washington, uh, strong safety Jerome Carter, and Corey Myrick at free safety. They're all upperclassmen, so I wouldn't be too worried about how they're going to play. It's just how are they going to fit in the system. So I wouldn't say I'm selling stock on this team quite yet, just because I think Dabo's a good coach. I think they can make a couple of big plays if they really needed to. Plus, they're in the ACC, not the strongest conference. It's really just Miami and whoever wants to play second best in that conference this season is how I'll describe it. But I'll hold my stock on Clemson for right now.
I think I'm one of the few people buying on Clemson. Because it has to get better, right? It was probably one of the worst years they had in terms of expectations and what really went down last year for Clemson in like 15 years. Um, and I think they knew that too. I think Dabo knew that too. That's why he started to bend his knee a little bit with his stance on the transfer portal. They brought in a lot of guys. What is this? 8 guys on defense. That might not seem like a lot compared to other teams, but for Clemson, that's a lot, man. Um, Most of those guys who they brought in are going to be starting are in the secondary, place that needed improvement, especially after Avion Terrell left. Um, and just on the defense as a whole, this defense had 3 guys taken in the top 100 in the NFL draft. I don't know the numbers exactly. But yeah, 3 guys within the top 100. I actually think they were all in the second round, if I can recall. We'll check that later. But anyways, and then the offense I think will be fine. Both the coordinators from last year got fired. They got replaced. Chad Morris is back on the offensive coordinator. He was the offensive coordinator when they had Taj Boyd and DeAndre Hopkins. They were like, what, one of 2 FBS teams during that time frame to have a 3,000-yard passer and a 1,000-yard receiver and a 1,000-yard rusher. I think Clemson is going to be fine. I think the first game this year is going to be very, very telling. I think they'll lose it, but I think they'll look so much better in that game than they did all of last year. I'm buying on Clemson because it just has to get better. Dabo Swinney's too good of a coach for it not to get better. Next team I
Very
brought.
passionate about that one.
Look, man. A lot of people regarded you as a top 3 coach in the sport, and you came out
Yeah,
last year and gave us whatever that crap was.
yeah.
It's got to get better, man.
It's got to get better.
um, Second team I brought is Tennessee. Another offseason full of off the field crap with Tennessee. They could just never seem to escape it over there. And in addition to that, still don't quite have an answer of what we're going to see from Tennessee at quarterback. Currently in a competition between redshirt freshman George McIntyre and true freshman Faison Brandon. Ryan Staub, I think, is out of the race at this point, the transfer from Colorado. But this team lost their top pass catcher in Chris Brazel. They did bring in true freshman Tristan Keys, who I think is going to be a really good football player. He's just a true freshman, so it might take him a sec to get there. The defense is my point of concern for Tennessee. They lost a lot of guys on defense. They had like 3 corners taken in the first 3 rounds of the. Oh no, they had 2. Sorry, and then they had Jermon McCoy, who fell all the way to round like 4 or something.
Yeah.
Who was projected a first rounder, by the way. So. And the main issue I've seen from this Tennessee defense is the big target, the guy they got The highest defensive transfer they got, Chaz Coleman, is not on the team anymore. So I feel like it's just the defense, especially, is just starting to fall apart. I think the offense will be fine. Um, I don't particularly know how good George McIntyre is at running the ball. I will admit I know Faison Brandon is a pretty athletic, mobile quarterback, and this Tennessee offense works better when the quarterback can run. So I think the offense will be fine for Tennessee, but it's a little bit less run heavy than it's used to be. The defense is where I'm concerning. I'm gonna sell stock on Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm going to sell on Tennessee. I don't think they have the roster this year. I don't think they had a good roster last year and they still didn't really uh put much with it. And then they've got games against, Texas on the road at Texas A&M, LSU on the road at Vanderbilt, on the road at Georgia Tech. Like those are all very losable games. And then you've also got Auburn, Arkansas, South Carolina in there, and I would almost argue that at least one of those would be a loss. So it's just not the best roster put together. I think they're in a transition year. I would sell stock on them for this season.
If they're gonna win games, Kayin Lee, the transfer from Auburn, is like genuinely going to have to shut down every wide receiver one he lines up against. That's my key for them, and that's a tough ask to do every single game.
Right.
Anyways, last team you brought, Ryan.
The last team I brought should be no surprise to anybody. It's the Missouri Tigers.
Gee, who could
This
have seen that
team,
coming?
yeah, super high on this team last season. Thought, very easy schedule.
Am I mistaken? You did not. You had them number 4 preseason, right, in the SEC?
Oh yeah. Hey, they were playing
Hey
like it for
man,
a
hey
while,
man.
and then
First
and
4 weeks it
then
was like that
first five.
until
Okay, they didn't lose to Bama,
I'll
and
say,
they barely lost that
and they
game.
looked good in that Bama game. I don't know
They
what you're
looked
on about.
great. Yeah, they looked great until Bo threw it straight into
Straight to
safety's
John Lee.
hands. Yeah, just right it. Uh,
Anyways,
anyways, disappointing year from what I was seeing at the start to what I saw at the end. Lot of roster turnover, a lot of guys gone, a lot of new guys coming in. Austin Simmons in at QB from Ole Miss didn't look fantastic last year, but only had limited time. Was able to bring over Caden Lee with him. He had 600 yards last year and 3 touchdowns with Ole Miss. Caleb Goody will also be joining the Tigers as a transfer receiver from Cincinnati. Uh, 480 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then Donovan Olubade uh, back for a sophomore season after a very quiet freshman year, but when he was getting the ball, he was making some really impressive catches. He was coming up big on fourth and
I
long. He was making one-handed grabs. Very excited for him.
I wouldn't say quiet. I would say sneaky because like it was a good year. There's nobody talked about it because Missouri team was
Yeah,
just an eyesore to watch towards the back half of the year.
yeah, yeah. Um, and then you've got, you know, hopefully Ahmad Hardy as your starting back to pair with Jamal Roberts. But if Hardy isn't good to go at the start of the year or at all during the season, Jamal Roberts is a fantastic back. Would be a starting running back on almost any other SEC team. Ran for 750 yards last year, had a 63-yard touchdown against Kansas that like shut the door in that game. And then Brett Norfleet for senior season uh, should be good, but been saying that for the last 3 years. So we'll see if he's actually going to be what he's been advertised as. But the big problem that I'm gonna see probably during this season is there will not be a defensive line. The Tigers lost both of their defensive ends in Damon Wilson and Zion Young. Zion Young to the draft, but they have Langdon Kitchen and Darius Smith. Darius Smith is both of these guys are back with the program for another year. Both are seniors. I think they can hold the fort. I don't think they'll be Damon Wilson and Zion Young. Uh, Jalen Marshall and Marquise Gracial in on the interiors of the D line. They need to have big years to counteract some of that loss on the edge. But Nicholas Rodriguez is the only returning starting linebacker. You'll have Robert Woodyard and Jalil Florence. Jalil Florence, I believe, from Auburn. No, Oregon. Sorry. Jalil Florence from Oregon, and then Robert Woodyard from Auburn. Uh, both of these guys had pretty solid years, and then secondary, it'll be a new full season starter at every position. Santana Banner and Trajan Greco both got some playing time towards the end of the season last year, but Chris Graves and Elijah Dotson will be. Oh, sorry, Jalil Florence is a corner. Sorry,
You call him a
uh,
linebacker?
I did call him a linebacker.
Good job.
Thank you. Jalil Florence, Chris Graves, and Elijah Dotson will all be coming in for the secondary. So a lot of turnover on that defense. I don't know how it's going to stack up. It, at times it looked a little concerning last season, and that was a top like 5 defense for most of the top 10 defense for most of the season. So it'll be interesting what they can do.
I would say I'm optimistic. Did you say you were selling?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm holding because, I have. It reminds me a lot of the turnover from 23 to 24 when I was like, it's an entirely new defense, and the defense that just beat Ohio State in the what was it, the Cotton Bowl,
Yep.
is gone. Oh no, they're gonna stink on defense. Oh, they're actually still pretty good on defense. They brought in some new
Oh,
guys.
they're low key nice.
They're looking good. And looking at this right now, some of these guys were starting to seep into starting roles last year, like Greco and Rodriguez and Banner, over guys that have been there for multiple years. So I'm confident on that front. I think the transfers they brought in on defense are solid, especially the ones that are going to be starters. I think Chris Graves Jr. as a veteran presence there. Like Ryan, I agree the defensive line is probably the point of concern, but if they could just be like 70% as good, especially in the pass rush, they'll be fine. Because, oh my God, those two guys last year were both first-round talents. Darius Smith replacing Damon Wilson in that jack position also came from Georgia, very similar to Darius Smith, or very similar to Damon Wilson. So, like I said, don't have to replicate it, don't have to be as good, just be comparable, and we'll live with it. And then if you're looking for a vocal leader, a spark plug, that was Zion Young last year. I don't think it's coming from the defensive line this year. I think it's actually going to be Santana Banner. I think he's going to probably be a breakout star for this Tiger team. You remember when NIU beat Notre Dame 2 years ago, Ryan?
Yep.
Santana Banner was on that team. He had 8 tackles in that game. He was one of the defensive leaders for NIU in that game as a redshirt freshman. So there's experience. There's talent in places. I need to see it in action before I really make a decision on it. And the offensive line is usually good for Missouri. Ahmad Hardy's back if he plays. If not, like Ryan said, there's Jamal Roberts. I think he's the starter on like every other SEC team except 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And then the receivers, a lot of new, but I think it's still a lot of good. I think Donovan Alubade is doing for a breakout. So I'm going to hold for now. I need to see it, and then I can make a decision. All right, last team I brought is another team we mentioned in the coaches segment. Kyle Whittingham's new team, Michigan Wolverines, bringing back a good amount. Just have an entirely new coaching regime overseeing it. I'm buying in on Michigan mainly because the fact that They're Michigan. They're bound to have a decent defense at the very least. And they bring in an offensive-minded coach to actually coach up this 5-star top number 1 prospect quarterback they brought in last year, who they didn't give a quarterback's coach to. How do you expect the guy to get any better if you don't give him a coach? And
He's got to figure it out.
And you toss him out there against, some really solid defenses. Yeah, the guy's going to get into a slump and not get out of it because you're not coaching him. I think Bryce Underwood is due for, at the very least, a decent year this year. The running backs at Michigan are always good. Savion Hyder is going to be a star. And he's the backup. Jordan Marshall is really good as well. Andrew Marsh is a solid option at receiver. They brought in two transfer receivers, to go along with him. So I think Michigan is on the upturn with Kyle Whittingham as the captain of the ship.
Yeah. I will hold my stock on Michigan. I think, this will be a better team. I think they'll be more competitive. They were on a run late, nearly got themselves into the playoffs, just couldn't beat Ohio State. This year they've got Indiana, Oregon, and Ohio State. So you've got the 3 powerhouses of the Big Ten.
Beat one. Just beat one.
They just got to win one of those. 2 of them are on the road. One of them's at home. Indiana's the game at home. They've also got Oklahoma at home.
Oh, that one they got to win.
That's a must-win game. They cannot go into Big Ten play with a loss because now you got to beat both Indiana and Oregon and Ohio State, or Indiana and Ohio State. So it's a good team that is going to face a very tough challenge this year. I'm going to hold on them for now.
All right, so that was Ball Street. We'll have more teams, especially as the season gets going and we get looks at some of these teams. We'll come back to teams we hold on, bring in some more teams to predict how they fare the rest of the year. All right, to finish this episode off, we really liked the tier list last episode with the helmets. We got a new tier list this episode with the mascots. So we're going to go look at some mascots. All right, tier list of mascots. Now, we tried to get one to have pictures of all the mascots in it. We couldn't find one that was accurate, and we found so many weird-looking mascots, and some of them we still couldn't figure out. This was the main guy that was giving us a problem. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before in my life, so we're just doing the logos, and we'll put the pictures up on screen. Starting off, Alabama with Big Al, Ryan.
Big Al.
I love Big Al.
Big Al. That's A minimum.
Agree. Aubie.
Hold on.
See, I like Aubie. The thing with Aubie is there's so many other tigers, and I feel like there's so many better looking tigers.
I think we're gonna have to put all the tigers in C.
All of them? Okay.
Either C or B, because they're cool, but
there's so many of them. No, because 30 of them. Because there's some later on that look there's some that look better than others.
I guess there are some tigers. Yeah, right.
We'll put Aubie. Thinking of the other two I'm thinking of, I think Aubie is the worst looking out of them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting Auburn in C.
Yeah.
Okay. Arkansas. I don't know the name of their mascot, but it's Big Red. Okay, Big Red. He looks cool.
Big Red.
I'm not gonna lie. He looks very animated.
Yeah, I like the tusk.
The tusks
I like
are cool.
that they were able to get that in there.
Say A.
I like that.
D, because you don't have a live mascot.
Yeah. Well, D, because you're Texas.
Well,
A&M.
no, they have a live mascot. It's a dog, but they don't have a costume mascot. And that's what we're ranking here.
Well, D, because they're Texas A&M.
Okay, that's your opinion. LSU. Big Mike, or just Mike. Mike is a B, mainly because Mike is a costume, and he also exists in a zoo exhibit that they have on campus.
I feel like Mike and Aubie are the
They're
exact
the
same
exact same.
mascot.
Okay, cool. I like Mike better, so I put it at tier above. But yeah,
I like Mike,
they're
but like
similar.
they look the exact same.
Do I even get
Okay.
it? Do I even get a say on this one, or are you gonna automatically
Uh,
put it in?
okay. Well, the problem is Oklahoma low-key has a cool mascot.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm putting it here in B.
Yeah, I won't say anything.
Does they have a? Please tell me they have a costume for Bevo, right?
S.
They have a costume for Bevo, right?
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just making sure. Okay. Their mascot is a shark. And they're not the
Ole
sharks.
Miss.
Yeah, their mascot costume is a shark. That's why they do
It's
that.
not a good looking one
That's
either.
why they do the thing with the thumb on the forehead.
Okay. Um. God, I do not love that.
He looks creepy in some of these. That's a C.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Dude, there's a picture. There's a picture from the Daily Mississippian of a girl
I see
hugging
it.
the
I
shark,
see
and
it.
it
I
looks
see it.
like she's trying to run.
That looks terrifying. That's a picture I'll put up on screen. Um, Mississippi State is like
So, let's see.
you could do better as a bulldog mascot. Is my issue, and I know that because there is better.
Give
But
me a C.
this is like the second best bulldog. I will admit, because there's one we're gonna look at later that just looks terrible.
Uh, where are you trying to? Really?
What? What do you have an issue
Okay.
here?
Okay.
What's wrong with
No issue. No
either
issue.
of these guys? What's wrong with
Okay.
both
Well, no,
with
no, 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 no,
both
no, 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 no,
Harry
no, no.
and both Albert? What is wrong with both of them?
Well, I didn't realize you already put Florida in there, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
But Georgia, are you saying both mascots, or are you just talking about Georgia's mascot?
What do you mean?
Like, are you talking about Uga and the mascot? I don't know your
No, I'm
mascot's
just talking about
Harry.
Harry.
Oh, Harry.
Just talking
Okay.
about Harry.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, good. Because if you're gonna make a bulldog mascot, that I think is the best way to do it. Kentucky. I think they're. I forget what his name is. I think it's just the Wildcat. I don't think he has a name. And I feel like there's better ways to make big cats.
Yeah.
Smokey's cool.
Yep.
You're cool. You're cool. You're
Yeah.
better than the two below you.
C.
No. Truman looks better than these two.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
This one would be as well if his head was bigger. His head, I think, is too small
Okay. Hold
for
on.
the body.
Give me 2 seconds.
I want you to look at it and tell me.
Oh, yeah.
His
that
head
is
is
a
too
tiny
small.
Head. That is a tiny head. No. Mascots need to have big heads.
I know. I think he's just his head is just too small to look good. I think if it was a little bit bigger, it'd be up in B. What?
What did they do to this Georgia Tech mascot?
What? Buzz? What's wrong with Buzz?
Oh, I'm just looking at a really bad picture of him.
I think Buzz looks cool. I hate Georgia Tech. I think Buzz is like an A.
No. Here.
Let me see what picture you're looking at.
Yeah. Let me show you the picture that pulled up.
Let me see.
All right.
Yeah, that's a bad picture. That's a bad picture. No, I think Buzz is cool.
Yeah, no. I was like, if it's a yellow jacket, then it's a good mascot. It's
Are we doing the Chief for this one?
uh,
I think we should do the
I'll
Chief.
do whichever one. I'll do whichever one pops up.
Because if it's the Chief is the first one that pops up.
Yeah.
S. Miami. with whatever bird their mascot is.
A.
A? Okay, cool.
S.
The S for Syracuse? I like the orange.
No. Not Syracuse.
Oh,
Miami.
okay. And S?
Yeah.
A?
No, let me look at Syracuse. Yeah.
It's an orange. It's literally, I
He's so
just
cute.
find it funny because it's an orange.
He's so cute.
A. I'm putting it in A. Boston
Yeah.
College.
It's a pretty solid eagle.
Yeah, I just feel like it's too. There's a lot of eagle bird
I was gonna
things.
say there's a lot of swoop. There's a
I
lot of swoops in here.
I'll put it in a B.
Yeah. They might be the best eagle. Is
Yeah, there. I think B is good. B for BC.
yeah.
UNC's is cool.
Yep.
Dukes. I actually
It's
have.
iconic, but give me a B.
Let me get another look at. Yeah, yeah. Wake is bad.
Yeah.
I think that's.
It's just a deacon, right?
It's a guy.
Yeah.
It's a
just
guy in a top
deacon.
hat. Now he looks goofy. I will.
He looks funny.
He's funny. Look. We can't. No, he looks too funny to put in D.
NC State. Oh. Um.
That just doesn't look like
I
they're. It doesn't look like they're. It looks
It
weird.
doesn't look like their logo.
That's a D.
Yeah.
That's a D. That one's a D.
Yep.
Virginia. Ugh. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah, I don't love it.
D or C.
D. I don't like it.
VT's is an A. If we put South Carolina in A, we can't not put VT in A.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they both
Yeah,
look
yeah.
cool. Pitt.
C.
C. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Louisville. There's a lot of red birds on this list, and a lot of them look terrible, which we will see later. Louisville's, I think, looks the best, so I'm going to put it in B.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly like their logo. I'm actually putting this in A, because that is every detail in the logo done correctly.
Yeah, that is pretty spot on, actually.
It's better than some of the other Cardinals.
Except his beard is red and not black.
Well,
But I think that looks
maybe
better.
that's just the outline of the bird, Ryan. What if it was the whole body, it'd be red. But like the fact that they have the beak attached and the teeth and the eyebrows exactly correct.
Yeah. No. I get what you're saying.
Okay. SMU, I don't know. Theirs is like a black horse. It's a black Mustang. Like it itself looks fine, but for SMU, it looks a little weird. Because everything about SMU is red and blue.
Yeah.
And then their mascot is straight black.
I'll give it C.
C seems about right.
Okay.
Oh my God.
D.
That's terrifying.
So fast. D. So fast.
What is that? That's awful. Anyways.
Yeah. I don't know who approved of that.
This, I think, either has to go in
That
D or S.
That is. Hold up.
D or
Hold
S.
on,
There's no in between here.
For the Cal logo, that is the only one we will be ranking inside the tier. That is my least favorite one right now.
The cow?
Yes.
Yeah, that mascot's pretty hideous.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I know.
Stanford. It's a
Oh
D
my
or an
god.
S.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You either-
These are terrifying.
You either love
Oh
them or
my
you hate
gosh.
them. I don't know. I think they look pretty
Oh my
funny.
god, there's one with the cow mascot.
Yeah, I think I know where Ryan's selection is here.
Oh, I feel so bad though because it's adorable.
Okay, fine. I lied. We'll
It's
put it in the exact middle because it's
yeah, it's it's so it's
this
like
needs no. This needs its own tier because it's so hilarious, but it's also so ugly, but it's also like kind of cute in a way.
it's just it's
It's
its
a
own
tree.
entity.
It's a tree.
Uh,
Can we? I'm gonna leave this
the,
off. No, I'm not gonna because I'm gonna get annoyed with it. I'll put it in B.
yeah,
This is
just
in a
leave it a
tier of its
B.
own though.
Uh,
I mean, theirs looks good. It
eh,
looks exactly like their logo too. I'm not gonna lie, with a big old beak.
big old beak.
B or, B
Um,
or A to our agony.
I'll give you. If we're gonna go based off I'll give you A.
Yeah, because like that's a cool looking mascot.
Uh, I guess.
I guess. Okay.
S.
Bela.
S. That's
Really?
just
Oh,
that's just a good looking bear.
that thing looks
That's a good
awesome.
looking
Yeah.
bear.
Okay.
That's a good looking bear.
Willie the Wildcat, I think, is an A.
Um,
Got that big old smile.
yeah, but I don't like how he's 90% human.
That is true. They don't actually have a full mascot. It's just the head.
Like your
For
D1
that,
program,
we have to
you
dock it
guys
to a
should
B.
yeah, you guys should at least have a full mascot. I get it's like a tradition, but like
Yeah, that head looks so cool though.
I know he's just smiling,
He's all happy.
just a big old happy guy.
Tex looks so goofy. It's like
Dude,
it's like Mario if he was
yeah.
a heroin addict and a cowboy at the same time.
No, it's oh, what's the dude's name from Looney Tunes?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Yeah, it's him. That's like I'm 90% sure that's where they got their inspiration from.
So what are we giving it?
I'd give it an A or a B.
We'll go A. I'm giving Houston a C solely because when we did this originally, it pissed me off because they've had two different mascots in the tier list we did
All right.
originally. So, and there's also man, I like their original so
I
much
was gonna
better.
say
Their original mascot thing looks so much better than the current one. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a
I
C.
actually like their mascot.
Yeah, I still think it's a C. BYU's is ugly.
Yeah.
Keep Cal in its place.
Oh God. Ugh.
Cincinnati's. It's all right. What do you think?
I would throw that in B.
Yeah. Okay, that seems about
I
right.
like that.
Ooh. See, it's a different type of mascot because it's not like an animal head, but UCS looks sick.
I'm putting that in S.
Okay, good. Oklahoma State.
That's a sick one. That's just another cowboy.
Yeah.
I'll put it in B.
Okay.
I don't hate him.
Don't he looks at you a little funny if you look at him in a bad angle.
Yeah.
Theirs is a human. It's a guy in like a mountaineer's outfit with a big gun.
That's D then, because for the same reason as A&M.
TCU, I think, is an S.
S
Disagree.
or A or A.
Okay, it sounds like you want me to put it in A, so I'll put it in A.
Do you not like it?
I don't It's an A or an S for me.
Okay.
Arizona, and all these Wildcats are just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Except for
C.
Kansas State. Kansas State is
Yeah.
the only like good Wildcat. All right. I
I'd
think
put that in A.
A. Okay. This is a top tier one. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Utah's. This one just looks weird to me.
Because I don't understand the story behind the Hawk.
I don't. It also, the fact that he doesn't have eyebrows kind of freaks me out because it just looks so weird
Yeah.
and it's kind of creepy. C or D?
I think I think C, but like I don't love the Hawk. I don't. Hold on.
What?
One behind
You're looking it up?
Utah mascot. Is okay. Oh, it's to be more culturally respectful.
I still think
And travel it
it looks creepy.
in '96. That's when he was introduced, and that's why he wears the jersey number 96.
Okay. I still think he looks weird.
Yeah, I mean, as you should.
Colorado.
Um,
Oh, I just realized this tier list is going to take so much longer than the last one we did.
B. Yeah.
So I think we need to pick this up.
Hold on. Are we going through every single team?
It's every FBS team. Last time it was just Power 4. I mean, we could not do the rest of them. We could put it in a part 2.
I'll do a part two.
Do it next episode.
I'll do
Okay.
a part two. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a part two.
All right, bet. Okay. Iowa State.
Because yeah, we're at an hour.
Yeah.
Iowa State. Um, I I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm looking at it, and I think this is an old one they had. What the heck?
Yeah, yeah.
I think for that alone,
Uh,
it's got to go in C.
okay.
That's all right. Brutus is iconic, and he doesn't look.
Yeah.
This is a C.
A C?
S. Sorry, I said C.
There
I
you
meant
go.
S.
Michigan.
I don't think they have one.
Yeah, no, they don't have one. So D.
What about this one up here that I auto placed without your consultant?
Sparty.
Yeah.
Sparty, bro.
So good.
More.
This is fine.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
It's Sparty.
Good. Penn State. This is
C.
yeah. Their issue with mine is the same issue I have with Clemson's. The head is too small.
Yeah.
Maryland with their cute little turtle. I think that's B or A.
I'd put it in B.
Okay. Rutgers. Scarlet Knights. My only issue is it looks too close to Michigan State's.
I have seen 4 different mascots.
Really? Oh, they do low-key have 4 different mascots.
I see a hawk, I see a scarlet knight, and I see a cat.
I'm talking about I see the Facebook picture where it's all 3 of them next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that too. Go with the knight, the mascot knight.
Yeah, that one looks like it's the one in TFP.
Not the one, and by the way, not the one in a full suit of armor. Like,
Yeah.
well, B.
I'll throw it in B.
Yeah. UCLA.
I actually, if I remember correctly, I don't love theirs.
It's a bear. I
Yeah,
think it looks solid. I'm not gonna lie.
where do we put Baylor?
We
S.
put Baylor in S.
Okay. Um, I'd be cool with B.
Okay. USC. Theirs is similar to Florida State's, where it's like
No, they're just similar to Sparty.
no, but like the fact that they don't. It's not a
Oh my
costume.
gosh.
It's a guy.
Yeah, theirs is really good though.
I know.
Well, they also have like the actual mascot
Yeah, but
though.
that guy, man, that guy's not seen at football games.
Yeah, he is.
I've never seen that costume in my life.
Give me like 5 minutes.
Fuck.
I'm gonna pull something up for you.
Okay. Pause while Ryan shuffles through some things. Are you gonna? Do you have it? Please tell me you have a video from the Cotton Bowl where they played Tulane.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Uh,
By the way, that's not the point. I don't think. I think we're going off the one we usually see, and it's the guy on the horse.
yeah, but I have
Guy on the horse is S.
yes.
So while Ryan does that,
God, where am I? Okay.
I guess I'm gonna keep going.
I hate scrolling through photos in Apple.
I'm gonna keep going because we're running
Yeah,
low on time here.
yeah.
Washington's is a B. Oregon's is an S.
hmm
What is Illinois?
I concur. I concur.
Can't see something here. It's going in D. Oh my God. Okay. Um.
Hold on, I'm about to find it.
Sure. Northwestern's.
No,
That actually looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. They're
you're
also a
lying.
Wildcat though. I'm putting them in B. Indiana.
Oh, there he is.
Not the mascot we found earlier. Indiana's Bison, I think, looks awesome. It's an A. Purdue's looks weird. It's in C. The Badger looks decent. He's in B.
Uh-huh.
Let me see, guys. Let me see what Ryan is showing me. Okay, like he's there. Sure.
He's kissing with the trophy.
I'm gonna put the picture Ryan just sent me up on screen. This is what Ryan showed me. So I mean, he exists. I've never seen that man in my life. I've only seen the live one, but sure. We have 3 teams left: Ryan, Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You can throw him in there.
Oh my God, Minnesota's looks so stupid. Buck
Let's
deep.
see. Buck deep.
Look at him. He's just a jolly fella, bro.
I'd throw him in B.
What? I think that's
Or
an A.
or A.
That's an A.
Or A.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I was gonna say B or A. Um, and then who's left?
Iowa, Nebraska. Iowa's it looks decent. I think that's like a B.
Yeah,
And then Nebraska is the
deep.
really.
Dude,
Oh yeah. Okay.
what is that?
So this is the Power 4. Group of 6 is down here. We'll leave those for another time. Mainly because a lot of the funny ones come from down here.
Yeah.
As you'll see when we cover the. Oh, hold on.
No, they're not power four. They don't get to. They don't get to be in this.
No, they get
They're not
included.
power four.
They get included.
No, 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 no.
They get
Nope,
included.
nope,
They get included. They
nope,
get included.
nope.
They get included.
Notre Dame is not power four. I'm
They get
sorry.
included. Too bad. They're already there. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Because I'm only realizing now when we remember when we did the first episodes we did when we did the conference rankings. Never talked about Notre Dame once.
hmm
So I feel like it's a disservice to them.
Okay, really? We're saying disservice to Notre Dame?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, well, to be fair, they're already up there. They're already up there. I'm not removing them. They're already up there in A with their leprechaun and his green suit and his green hat, and yeah.
Meh, 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 meh.
I think this looks good for the Power Four. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
there's one,
One what?
that I just completely disagree with,
Notre
but
Dame.
yep.
Shove it, Ryan. All right. Well, we'll do the rest of these at a different date.
Yeah.
All right, and that's going to do it for episode 33 of the Pre-Snap Pressure Podcast. Next episode next week is going to be really, really cool because we're going to have a lot of really cool stuff from SC Media Days. I don't know if we'll get to that tier list next week, but we'll do it at some point in the future. Don't worry. For the cool mascots that the group of 6 have. Anything else, Ryan?
Not this week.
Nope.
Not this week.
As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.